Alright, I'm making this video because I know there's another guy out there, maybe a few guys out there, who are on the come up, who have sat down to do some work, tried to be productive, thought they were in flow state, and then all of a sudden they only get 15, 20 minutes in, and then for some reason they get distracted. And it's not a discipline issue, it's not a focus issue, it's a thoughts issue, it's a mind issue, it's a mental block. And you've done everything you can, you've blocked out your social media, you've maybe put your phone on grayscale, you've maybe set a time limit on your phone. You've probably done all those things because I know I have. And you probably thought that the reason you were getting so distracted is because of those things, and that as soon as you block it out, then you're going to be able to work for an hour straight, and that everything will be all good and this and that. But the point is, like, you realize that it's not just that. It's not just those things, and it's not really a focus issue. It's not a discipline issue. Like, you have the mindset, you have the ability to force yourself to sit down and get a lot of work done. It's not sitting down at your desk and doing the task. It's you're trying to do the task, but you can't think about the task. You're thinking about a billion other things that happened in your day, or that happened a week ago, or that happened months ago, or a year ago. You're thinking about all those things. And trust me, it's happened to me. And I get in 10 minutes, I think I'm in flow state. And then all of a sudden I'm just flooded. I'm just ruminating, and I'm just staring all around blank space, and I have my computer in front of me and nothing is getting done. There's absolutely zero output. And I finish the day and I'm like, damn, like, how did that even, what the hell? Like, do I have ADHD? Do I have a focus issue? Do I have an energy issue? Why am I getting so tired? Like, I just questioned a whole bunch of things. And so one day I was sitting down, I was working on some AI automation thing, or I could have been working on some schoolwork. This goes for anything, any type of work you're trying to do. But I'm really talking to the guys that are on the come up, trying to start an online business, or anything related to that, or even just like starting content or a brand or anything. You have to sit down in front of a computer and do a lot of work and think about that work. The point is, I was so fed up that day because I was just thinking about a whole bunch of different things. And so my natural instinct told me, what a weird natural instinct, but he told me to go to ChatGPT and just vent. And so that's what I did. I went to ChatGPT. I didn't even voice it. I actually just physically typed everything, and it wound up being an entire like slew. It was just like a whole list of just my thoughts, my emotions, my feelings, what I'm thinking, like everything, what's on my mind. It was everything. And I've already talked to ChatGPT before, so it kind of knows like my goals, my purpose, what I do. It knows all of that. And so it just redirected me, grounded me, and gave me some clarity. And then after that, I was able to get right back to work. And I actually worked for like an hour straight after that. And so I realized, I was like, okay, I reassessed after, and I was like, okay, so what really was that? Was that because I went to ChatGPT, or what's the fundamental thing that I did? And so the fundamental thing was that I cleared my mind. That's all I did. I cleared my mind. I allowed my mind to be released. I allowed all the thoughts to be released from my mind, and in a manner that I was able to visualize. And I was doing this over the past couple of weeks, and I wasn't reflecting enough to realize that this is actually what is helping me calm down when I'm all over the place. It's actually helping me calm down. And so I'm not telling you to go to ChatGPT, and I actually don't recommend that if you haven't spoken it before and if it doesn't know your goals, because you won't get clarity from it. You'll be misaligned. You'll be even more misaligned because it'll just tell you a whole bunch of BS, and because it has no idea who you are. So, but what I'm really saying, the fundamental thing that I did is writing it down, typing it out so you could visualize all your thoughts, and so that they have a place to go instead of just staying trapped in your mind while you're trying to work. If you have a physical journal, I've been journaling for years, but I don't randomly bust out my journal in the middle while I'm doing some work. That's not what I do. I usually journal for a long time. I journal in the morning. More recently, I started journaling at night. But the point is, if you have a physical journal, take that out the next time you get distracted and you catch yourself thinking about a whole bunch of different things in front of your computer. Take it out and just write down everything. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, because I know my journal it serves a purpose, it's like for sacred thoughts and stuff like that, get another book. If I get another journal, and just literally, it's just get a vent journal. Just write everything down. People underestimate how much that actually helps, especially if you're a guy like me who's super introspective, who ruminates a lot. That helps so much. And number one, you'll become a better writer, a better speaker, more articulate if you do that over time. But number two, it just calms you down and regrounds you, gets you back into the present so that you could really focus on your work. And then number two, I kind of lost track. But number two, if you don't have a journal, take out your notes app, take out a Google Doc. You don't have to speak to ChatGPT. Take out anything. If you have your phone, take out the notes app and just type everything away. Release it. That is so important. Okay. But the next step, number two, and don't skip over this, you're going to pick one song, just one song. You can't pick two, can't pick one and a half, one full song. You listen to the whole thing through. You don't do anything while you're listening to it. You stare at a wall, just listen to the song. And then as soon as it's over, you don't wait for the other song, you don't do anything else. As soon as it's over, you lock back in. Put your noise cancellation in, lock back in, and trust me, you will work so much longer. Your mind is completely decluttered. And if it's not, like if you don't wind up going an hour, you'll wind up going 40 minutes instead of 20 minutes, or 45 minutes instead of 10 minutes or 30 minutes. Like, you'll go longer. And then what's gonna happen? You're gonna have another mental block. That's normal. It happens. You're gonna have another mental block that'll disrupt your productivity. And what do? You repeat the same exact process. And then trust me, you'll be able to lock back in. This will help your productivity so much. It has helped mine so much. And honestly, didn't expect myself to think of this. Like, it was so random. But I've always been a writer. I've always been one to think a lot and get distracted by my thoughts and question if I have any underlying focus issues or whatever. But in reality, I just needed to declutter my mind. And if you need some credibility backed by this, I think Hormozy doesn't do this, but he understands that you can only give out so much efficient output for a certain amount of time, and there's going to be a time where your output goes down because you're just, you can't focus on one task for that long. But also, I know Elon Musk. I actually learned this from Nick Mones, not sure, but he's a YouTuber, a really good YouTuber that I just subscribed to, and he gives debriefs on biographies, philosophy books, history books, not philosophy, not so much philosophy, but history books, history biographies from people from the past. And he studied Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford, all those influential historical workaholics. And one thing that Elon Musk does, he works on a task, he finishes the task in a set amount of time block, and then as soon as the task is done, he plays a game, or I forget the other thing that he does, but he plays a game, and that declutters his mind. And it takes what, maybe 5 minutes, 1 minute, it doesn't matter. And then as soon as he's done, he gets right back to work. And you need that. You can't just expect yourself to just sit down for 3 hours and just hammer something out. No, your mind is going to get the best of you. You need to declutter. And that is my way of decluttering, and it has worked so much. So if this is something that you're interested in, if this helps you in any way, just like, please leave a comment, because I just want to know. Because it's helped me, but I'm not sure if it'll help any other guy, especially the music part. If you don't resonate with music, or if you've never written before, it might actually be even it might actually be counteractive because you don't know how to, like, write down and articulate your thoughts. But the point is, if you're on the come up and you're just trying to become the best version of yourself, if you're trying to start an online business, if you're trying to get your body right, anything like that, please subscribe, because that is my ultimate purpose. That is what I want to do. I want to I want to help other guys, and just see other guys feel good about themselves, because I'm on the same journey, and I just want to see other guys that are on the same journey as me, and just help each other build. It's really what I want to see. And so if that resonates with you, please subscribe. Thank you.